Imagine a world where the sky was ruled only by propellers. Then suddenly, a machine appeared that didn't roar. It screamed, slicing through the air faster than anything humans had ever created. Now, let me ask you something. If I told you that the first jet in history wasn't American, wasn't Russian, but came from a nation no one expected, would you believe it? Hello everyone, welcome back to Battle Tech. Today we're diving deep into a story that changed warfare, aviation, and technology forever. The story of the world's first jet aircraft, a machine born in secrecy, tested in fear, and unleashed in a moment that stunned the entire world. Most people today see modern jets, F-35s, Raptors, Eurofighters, and think jet engines were always here, but the truth is darker, more dramatic, and filled with twists that feel straight out of a war movie. The very first jet in history was the German Heinkel He-178, a small experimental aircraft that took its first flight on 27 August 1939, just 3 days before World War II began. Yes, the same week, the entire world was about to explode into chaos. Picture this: the world believed air combat would be slow, propeller-driven dogfights, but inside a hidden German hangar, engineers were building something that looked like it dropped from the future. No propeller, no pistons, only a single metal tube inside. A jet engine designed by the genius Hans von Ohain. When the He-178's engine first started, test pilots described the sound as something the world had never heard before. A high-pitched scream that made even trained engineers step back in fear. And when it finally took off, it didn't take off like a normal plane. There was no shaking, no vibration, just smooth, raw acceleration, the kind that makes your stomach drop and your brain freeze, because you realize you're witnessing the birth of an entirely new era. But here's the twist. While Germany made the first flight, Britain was working on jet technology at the exact same time, led by Sir Frank Whittle, yet the two sides had no idea they were in a secret race. Whittle's engine was more reliable, more powerful, and more revolutionary, but bureaucracy, funding cuts, and disbelief held him back. Meanwhile, Germany pushed faster, creating the Heinkel He-280 and later the Messerschmitt Me Tu-162, the world's first operational jet fighter. An aircraft so fast that Allied pilots reported it appeared out of nowhere, outrunning every fighter in the sky and terrifying bomber crews who had never seen anything move like that. But here's the part that almost no one knows. Germany nearly deployed jets years earlier, but Adolf Hitler personally delayed the Me Tu-162 by insisting it be used as a bomber instead of a fighter. That decision may be one of the biggest mistakes in military aviation history, because if the Me Tu-162 entered combat earlier, maybe the war would have lasted much longer. Meanwhile, in the UK, the first British jet, the Gloucester E-28/39, finally flew in 1941, powered by Whittle's engine, proving that the Allies weren't just catching up, they were ready to leap ahead. This aircraft was tiny, experimental, but incredibly smooth and incredibly stable, and pilots said the jet engine felt like the future whispering in your ear. After the war, Whittle's engine technology became the foundation for modern jets used in the US, UK, and eventually the entire world. And here's the emotional punch: Whittle, the man who helped invent the jet age, ended up forgotten, financially struggling, and barely recognized, while the technology he created became a billion-dollar global industry powering everything from fighter jets to passenger airplanes. Think about that. One man changed the world, but didn't get the world's credit. And that's why the story of the first jet isn't just aviation history. It's a reminder that innovation often begins in silence, in back rooms, in forgotten workshops, by people no one takes seriously, until the moment their invention shocks the world. Today, every time you see a fighter jet break the sound barrier, every time a passenger jet lifts thousands of people across oceans, every time a pilot hits full throttle and feels that unstoppable jet thrust, remember, it all started with a small German aircraft in 1939 and a British engineer who refused to give up on an idea everyone said was impossible. And if you love these deep dives into aviation history, if you want more jaw-dropping stories, more hidden facts, more battle tech breakdowns, then make sure you like this video, drop a comment telling us which aircraft we should cover next, and subscribe so you never miss the next episode. We want you connected with us.